Our next guest wrote an op-ed called Top 5 Foreign Policy Lessons Biden Taught the World, and he joins us now to break them down. Here is the Heritage Foundation's Vice President and Foreign and Defense Policies of Foreign and Defense Policy Studies, James Carafano. James, I so enjoyed reading your op-ed. This line really struck me. The world has also noticed that America's chief adversaries are acting like every day is a Black Friday sale, and it seems that way with Russia amassing troops on Ukraine's border, China building hypersonic weaponry. Axios out with a headline yesterday, Biden may face a North Korea crisis within months. I think the world is noticing that these bad actors are acting up.
Yeah, so there's two parts to that. And you know, when I say Biden foreign policy is failing, it's not me saying this. We talk to people all over the world, other government officials, international community, and they're the ones telling us what is going on with U.S. policy. And from the adversary perspective, I think there's really two waypoints. Afghanistan was really key. Afghanistan was a complete and utter blunder. Allies weren't consulted with. Clearly, the president spooked himself. That was very telling for the Russias and the Chinas and the Irans of the world. And they added that piece of information with the fact that everybody in this administration, virtually to a person, is a former Obama official. And what they're seeing is this presidency works just like the Obama presidency, and they know how that works. So they put those two things together, and they think, now's the time.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Your lessons were so poignant. The first, that the adults are not back, was one of the lessons that you mentioned, and that's clearly the case in Afghanistan. But another line that really struck me, and this is from your firsthand knowledge, you said that you've talked with scores of foreign officials from friendly nations who are absolutely gobsmacked by Biden blunders from Afghanistan to Ukraine. So it doesn't appear the adults are back. Even our allies are noticing he doesn't know what he's doing.
Well, I think Ukraine is really very, very telling. When you talk to the Central European countries, for example, and in the middle of the crisis, Biden said, well, I've talked to the major NATO allies. Well, literally 20 plus other countries in NATO said, what? We don't count? Because you talk to France and Germany and Italy and the UK, you think we don't matter? And we're the ones standing in front of Russia. We're the ones, dealing with the little green men from Russia. We're the ones who are getting cyber attacked. We're the ones who would have to deal with millions of refugees from Ukraine if a war happened. And you didn't talk to us. So, I cannot find any friend in the world who is confident in this president's leadership. Ironically, they're confident in America because they saw how strong this country was the 4 years before this. So there's great confidence in the country. There's just not great confidence in our president.
Yeah, that's right. And we only have about 30 seconds here, but you mentioned Congress is not brain dead when it comes to defense spending. What did you mean by that?
Well, I think we got to give Congress a lot of credit. This was the worst managed National Defense Authorization Act we ever do. We do it every year. This one was horribly managed by Schumer and the Democrats, and yet they put a really good bill across the table, which added $25 billion to defense. Biden's defense budget didn't even cover inflation. A really strong signal from Congress. And again, I think when allies look at our country, they look at what Congress is doing, they look at how the Americans feel about the president and our foreign policy, and they're more confident.
It's an excellent point, James, and one that I had not seen made. So thanks so much. Everyone check out James Carafano's op-ed. It's on foxnews.com. It's really well done. So thanks for being with us, James. Will, up to you.